This is the complete Aitum Stream Suite setup. I'll cover multi-streaming, vertical streaming, and audio routing. If you watched my old Aitum multi-stream video, this is the upgrade. Never watched it? Doesn't matter. We're starting from scratch right now. Lucky for us broke boys, Stream Suite is free, and I've left the link in the description down below, so all you gotta do is click it, and then click this yellow button right here, run through the installer, and then I'll see you in OBS after you restart it, of course. And by the way, if you have the old multi-stream plugin or the vertical plugin, I recommend removing those before you install this. When you open up OBS Studio, it might look like my teenage pants where there's just a mess everywhere. So let's clean this up a bit. For starters, we're balling on a budget, so let's get rid of all the paid stuff. That portal right there, bottom right corner, just click the X. We're gonna hit OK and realize that if we get rid of anything on here, if we want anything, we'll just go to docs at the top and you can re-add anything you close here. Next thing we'll notice is that we have a couple tabs at the top. We have a live tab and a build tab. They essentially wanted you to be able to use the build tab for when you're making edits to your stream. And then when you're ready to go live and you're actually streaming, you can click on live and you'll have all of your things here that you need, like your multi-chat for both Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. You have your multi-activity feed, which is conveniently behind my webcam over here, as well as everything else you're gonna need when you're live, but you don't need these things clogging up your screen while you're actually editing your stream off stream. But let's start plugging stuff in because I know you guys are getting antsy. So let's start linking up all of our platforms. For our main platform, we're gonna go to settings in the top right corner, then we're gonna go to output, then we're gonna go to stream. And for the main service that we connect to, I recommend doing Twitch. That way you don't need to go looking for a stream key or URL. Just makes it really easy. So then you'll just click connect account and run through the process there. Then you'll hit apply and OK. And you'll notice under our outputs right here, we have built-in stream main canvas. Now to connect our next account, we're gonna go to the outputs tab right here and we're gonna click the little gear icon. Then we're gonna click add output and we're gonna add a new stream output. Then we see all of our different buttons here. You'll notice you got TikTok, but you need a stream key, which we all know is a pain in the butt. But just in case you're curious, if you do have one, you can place it here. But for YouTube, all you gotta do is hit YouTube. Then you'll find your YouTube stream key by clicking this little button. And they like to hide it right over here where it says stream key, default stream. You're actually just gonna hit this little button right here that says copy, and then you'll simply just paste it in here. Then you'll hit create output. And now if we scroll down, you can see we have YouTube output. And this is where you can choose if you wanna stream to YouTube shorts like vertical or the horizontal. And if you wanna do both at the same time, it ends up being a pain, but I'll show you how in just a sec. So we'll scroll back up. We're gonna add another output stream, and we're gonna pick Kick this time. Do the same thing, go to Kick Creator Dashboard. Then we'll go to stream URL and key on the left, and we're gonna click this little eyeball button here. It might send you a code. Then you'll click the button next to reset in order to copy it, paste that bad boy in, and create output. And then to clean things up, we can just get rid of record, backtrack, and virtual camera for now. You can always add it back later if you'd like. Same with vertical backtrack here. Remove, yes. Remove, yes. Now we just have our vertical, our YouTube, our Kick, and then obviously our Twitch down here once we hit OK. Now we got our main output set up here. Now for the fun part is we're gonna set up our multi-chat up here. So we're just gonna follow these buttons right here. So just literally go through each one of them. I'll start with Twitch, just hit authorize. You'll notice the YouTube permissions are a little bit iffy, but that just happens with Google's permissions. So just hit continue. They're not actually gonna do anything with your YouTube account. It's just Google's way of authenticating everything. But now you can already see we have our Twitch and YouTube linked, and it's already filling out our activity feed down here. But you'll notice that the YouTube hasn't filled in because that only show up when you're actually live streaming. But let's add Kick by dragging this a little bit wider and then hitting this little plug, and let's connect to Kick. Do the same thing, just allow access. Now we got our Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. And once we go live, we'll be able to send and receive messages. And an annoying thing about the Stream Suite is just there's just so much stuff on here to the point where like you would never know that you have the stream info down here, and you'll be able to change your stream title, be able to add different tags, be able to change your category for Twitch, YouTube, Kick just from this little box, as well as clicking on platforms to be able to individually change your stream title category for all these platforms, which is actually really useful. But they're just trying to do too much by squeezing all this stuff in. But just know you can do that here. But now that we have all of our platforms linked, let's set up the quality settings individually for each platform, which you can't do with the other plugins. So we're gonna go to our outputs, and then we're gonna hit the gear icon. We'll see the YouTube output right here. This is for our main horizontal one. You can click on custom encoder settings, and then this is where you'll have access to the different bit rates and things like that. You'll just choose your video encoder here, which I will pick my NVIDIA NVENC H.264, but just use your AMD AMF card if you have that, or use X.264 if you don't have a graphics card. But once you pick your video encoder, you'll get all of the same output settings as you do in the main OBS settings, which is nice. But this is where we can bump up our bit rate to like 10K, 8K, whatever, because YouTube and Kick actually handle higher bit rates than Twitch does. So you'll just go and make your settings here. I'll just keep it simple and do maybe, let's say 8,000 bit rate on YouTube, 2 keyframe interval, and that's all we're gonna change. Then we'll just scroll down and do the same thing for Kick. We'll just do custom encoder settings, choose choose our video encoder, and then I'm going to change my bit rate to, let's say, 8,000, keyframe interval 2, and now we're going to be doing 8,000 bit rate to both Kick and YouTube. But then you'll notice if we hit OK and go to our main OBS settings where our Twitch account is connected over here, we're actually just going to be doing 6,000 to Twitch. And you can adjust these numbers depending on your internet speed. Like if you're lagging, you can drop it from 8,000 to 6,000, so on and so forth. So now you really got to focus and strap in. So I'll reset your attention by putting these on, because we're covering vertical streaming, scene linking, and dual YouTube streaming, both horizontal and vertical. If you look on the left-hand side here, you'll be able to see favorite, you'll be able to see scenes, you'll be able to see vertical. Now vertical right here is a little bit difficult to see. So I'm actually going to move to the build tab, so that way things are just a little bit nicer. And conveniently behind my webcam, once again, we have the vertical preview right here, which is essentially going to be this, but for this. So you can actually see what your vertical stream is going to look like and build it out. And then you're going to have your vertical scenes and vertical sources. So if we want to add a new scene, in this case, we're using a starting soon screen, which by the way, if you want this, it's in my streamer starter pack, linked in the description down below. So literally all you do is just the same way that you built your normal scenes, but make it for vertical. So you'll go and add new sources, you'll make your different scenes, and then you'll have your canvas here. For example, just to quickly show you, you can add a new source. We'll do image, and I'll do starting soon, which is what I'm using for my horizontal stream. And then I'll just say, like, make it smaller. Now this looks like cheeks, but you'll just go and rebuild your scenes that you've made here into vertical. So you'll have to do some cropping and adjusting. But the most important part is that when you're done recreating all of your different scenes, you're going to right click whatever scene you have in vertical, and then you're going to link it. So go to linked scenes, and we're going to link it to whichever one it corresponds with. So let's say starting soon 1. So that way, whenever we change scenes over here, it's going to actually change the vertical scene with it. So that way you don't have to manually change it each time. So you just rinse and repeat until you get all of your scenes matching for both vertical and your main canvas. Now, if you want both horizontal and vertical streams on YouTube at the same exact time, you got to lock in, because this is where a lot of people have problems. We need to have 2 separate stream events inside YouTube Studio, which means if we go back to the live tab and we go to our outputs, you'll notice here on the gear icon, we have our main YouTube account right here. However, we got our vertical stream right here. So all we got to do is click output settings, and we're going to go grab our server. All we need to do is go to the stream URL. We're going to copy this regular stream URL with this little button. So click that. We can paste it in the server. And this is where people get tripped up. Since we want to have 2 YouTube streams at the same time, we're going to go to the manage tab on the left, this little calendar icon. So click that. You can already see one that I have here. I'll just go ahead and remove this for now. And what you want to do is click on the schedule stream button at the very top. So from here, we're just going to call this one vertical live stream, so we know that it is specifically for our vertical YouTube stream. You fill out all the information here if you would like, then hit next again. I'm going to hit done in public. Now from here, what I'm actually going to do is create some new stream keys. So I'm going to click on stream key. I'm going to do create new stream key. I'm going to say real vertical stream and then hit create. And so now it's going to create that stream key. And now we're going to click the copy button. And now we're going to post this inside our vertical output in OBS. So we'll go specifically to our vertical stream. We're going to click output settings, and we're going to paste in the new key right here, save output. And now we're going to go back to YouTube. Now from here, I'm going to hit the back button, and then I'm going to right click on vertical live stream and then open link a new tab. And now I'm going to schedule a new stream in the top right. This one I'm going to call horizontal, if I can spell, oh my God. Then we're going to do the same exact thing, just go next. And so here we have our normal stream, right? So this tab, normal stream, this tab, vertical stream. So for the time being, I'm just going to click reset. I'm going to hit reset, and that's going to reset my default stream key. So now I'm going to copy this new one and paste it in OBS. So YouTube output settings, I'm going to paste in the new one, click save output. Now for the vertical stream, we're not quite done yet. We're first going to change the canvas from main to vertical, so that way we can actually use that vertical canvas we set up. And then we're going to do custom encoder settings, and we'll scroll down to where it says video encoder. We're going to pick our encoder like we did for all the other ones, and then we're going to change our bit rate. For vertical ones, I usually like to stay around 6,000, and then keyframe interval 2, and then that'll be good to go. So now we have all 4 of our streams ready to go. But now we got to cover the audio. If you want to split up your audio, this is where things can get very confusing. So I'll briefly show you what's going on under the hood, and then at the very end of the video, I'll give you an in-depth guide on how to actually split everything up. So if we want to choose what audio gets sent to our Kick stream specifically, we're going to click on the Kick output right here, and we're going to scroll down to where it says custom encoder settings. We're now going to click on audio encoder settings. Now you're going to see we have an audio track right here, which means if we want to switch switch this to track, let's say 3, any sort of audio that we have sent to track 3 is going to be just for our kick stream. So if we scroll up and we go to, let's say YouTube, we'll do custom, we'll do audio encoder. Let's do maybe track 2, and then we'll go up to the vertical, and I'm going to say track 2 as well. The audio encoder right here, we'll do track 2 because it's both YouTube, right? So then now we're going to hit OK. We're going to go to our settings in the top right, and we're going to pick our audio for Twitch, because if we go to output, we have obviously Twitch is connected as our main one. So this is all for Twitch. Our audio track for Twitch is going to be track 1, and then Twitch VOD track, let's just say 6. We'll get that out of the way. So then we'll hit apply and OK. So then now we're going to go to our audio mixer right here, and then go to the gears icon, and then you'll notice we have our desktop audio and our microphone. But this is where you can get really creative and really in depth, where you split out, let's say, your Discord chat, your music, your all of that. But just so you guys understand the concept here, anything you send to track 1 is going to go to your Twitch stream. Anything you send to track 2 is going to be YouTube stream. Anything you send to track 3 is going to be kick stream. Now, this is extremely beneficial when you have everything split up. So stick around to the end of the video where I show you exactly how to do it, because it deserves its own video. I know you guys are itching, so let's just close this out and let's get this puppy up and running. So I'm going to hit the start all button right here, and then I'm going to click on start all streams. It's going to start our Twitch stream. It's going to start our vertical YouTube stream. It's going to start our YouTube output, the main one, and then the kick one. So now let's check all of our streams. Starting with Twitch, you can already see we are live on Twitch. You can see we're also live on Kick. You can see our horizontal YouTube stream is locked and loaded, looking pretty. You can tell it's the horizontal stream right here because I misspelled it. And then you can see after a little bit of loading, we now have our vertical stream, which just looks weird because we got really lazy with this. So we're streaming on both regular and vertical at the same time. And I know all of this can be super complicated and frustrating if you just started streaming, which is why I have my Ultimate Streamer Bootcamp, which you can learn all about. You can ask me questions in our private Discord, and that's linked in the description down below. But when you're ready to end all of your streams, or just individually, you can click them right here, just one by one, or you can hit the stop button. That's going to end them all at the same time. But now you've successfully multi-streamed and even dual streamed over on YouTube. But like I mentioned, you really want to split out your audio sources in the audio mixer, but that deserved its own video. So watch that video to the side of me where I break it down step by step for beginners to understand. My name's Cody, and I'll see you in that video.